It's Halloween and I'm here to tell you a scary story. Imagine a hot summer evening in late June. There's this mom in a house full of teenagers on summer break. So it's pretty hectic. She's in the middle of preparing dinner for this rowdy bunch and she gets a ding on her phone. She checks it and it's her daughter. And she wasn't going to answer it because she was in the middle of making dinner, but she thought it might be important. So she did. And alas, it was not her daughter. It was her daughter's boyfriend using her daughter's account. The text just reads, "Do you know where your daughter is? Because I can't find her, haven't seen her since yesterday." So the mother gets panicked and starts calling the jails and the hospitals, trying to figure out where her kid is. She asks the boyfriend some questions, but he doesn't ever respond to her at all. The mother does everything she can think to do, aside from call the law, because she's not certain of what's going on at this point, and she falls asleep. When she wakes up in the morning, she's received messages from her daughter's account again, but at this time, it was actually her daughter speaking to her. And the daughter said, "I'm fine. I'm fine, Mom. I'm with friends. Please don't worry. Don't be worried. I love you." The mom doesn't ask a whole lot of questions because she figures if the boyfriend had access to the account, it's very possible her daughter doesn't want this boyfriend to know exactly where she is at. Another 24 hours goes by and mom hears from the daughter again, or she thinks she does. She opens the message and alas, it is the boyfriend again. And this time, he's really freaking the mom out. Like, she's probably dead on the side of the road. You don't know what kind of things can happen out here in these streets. Craziness. So now mom's starting to get pretty worried, right? Like, what is really happening here? Later that night, mom talks to bio dad and they devise a plan that if they haven't heard from her by the next morning, it'll be a full 48 hours since the last time they spoke and they'll be able to call her in as a missing person. They end the call and they both go to bed. Little did this mom and dad know that while they're having this conversation about what to do about their missing daughter, the daughter in question is on the other side of town at a seedy hotel with people she doesn't know very well. But we'll get to that part in a minute. But dad is not able to sleep at all. And at some time in the early hours, he calls the law, reports his daughter missing. And the first thing that happened is investigators go to the boyfriend's house, where she was last known to be. 2 a.m. on a random Tuesday morning, and these officers knock on boyfriend's door. Everyone who lives in the house is in the house, except the daughter. There's no sign or trace of her anywhere. Investigators are on the case, and they're trying to retrace the daughter's steps. The mom and some family members had gathered as much information about where the daughter had been over the weekend as possible and gave that to investigators, and they are following the trail. They discovered that the daughter was at a hotel on the other side of town, but she was acting kind of crazy. She was running around the hotel looking kind of crazy, knocking on the wrong doors. Witnesses said that she couldn't figure out where she was supposed to be, what room she was supposed to be visiting, who she was supposed to be there to see. She didn't seem right, and she refused help from all those who offered it. At some point, she was seen running through the parking lot into the woods behind that hotel, and she never came back. These parents are devastated. Mom and her family members have been out searching all week that week and into the following weeks. There was much a buzz on social media. The family was tracing down every lead, every possible sighting that was coming across on those social media posts. Every time the phone rang, mom would run across the room to see if it was her baby. It was later discovered that the daughter was last seen the following morning, coming out from the woods behind the hotel. She was wandering around in a field. She approached some employees of a warehouse behind the hotel, tried to bum a cigarette. Nobody there smoked. She went on her merry way into the direction of a hiking path and was never seen or heard from. A couple of weeks into the disappearance, the family started receiving Cash App requests from someone alleging they were her kidnapper. This person wanted money from the family, and insisted that once they got the money, they would release their baby. The family sent little bits of money at a time, trying to have a conversation with this person. Eventually, it got up to like $100 worth of money that they sent this person. The family is still searching for her to this day. It's me. I'm the mom. My 22-year-old daughter, Layla Santanello, has been missing since June 27th of 2023. She was last seen in a field outside the AmeriCourt Hotel in Kingsport, Tennessee. Layla Marie Santanello is 4 foot 10 inches tall. She was about 115 pounds at the time of her disappearance. When we first reported her missing, it wasn't taken very seriously because she is struggling with addiction. Law enforcement, family members, friends, everyone believed that she was just off on a bender or just not paying attention to life around her, and she would come back soon. I even believed it for about a month. But now I don't know what to believe, and I need your help sharing my nightmare. Thanks for listening.